What's up, guys? My name is Silent Mike. I'm here with my friend Alan Thrall at his gym in Sacramento, California, Untamed Strength. We're here to talk about the bench press. We're going to talk about 3 different mistakes, common mistakes that we can help you fix and help you increase your bench press. So I'm a power lifter, coach, content creator. I have successfully squatted 590 pounds, bench pressed 405, and deadlifted 705 pounds. And today, hopefully I can help you guys increase your strength and your hypertrophy, building more muscle. One of the most common mistakes in the bench press is your elbows flaring too early or too late. Now, when we bench press, we want to keep our sternum high, shoulders tucked behind us. As tight as your back can be, we want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. This is not only going to stabilize your shoulder, but it's going to allow for proper pressing with using the proper muscles, our chest, shoulders, and triceps, while keeping the bar in a perfect path to lift the most amount of weight. If your shoulders come untucked and they come kind of out of their socket, you're pressing more with your shoulder. 1, it's going to cause damage to your shoulder and may cause injury in the long run. And 2, your elbows are going to flare outside of the barbell. We want to keep our elbows underneath, if not just in front of the bar, to provide optimal pressing.
To feel the sensation of what a tight upper back should feel like, we like to do band pull-aparts. You could also do this with a cable machine, where you'll hold the band out right in front of you with a grip that's the same width as if you were bench pressing. While maintaining your elbows locked out, straight arms, you'll pull that band until it touches your chest, and that should give you the sensation of pulling your shoulder blades together and keeping a tight upper back to support you while you bench press.
This will warm up our rotator cuffs, warm up our rear delts, our mid back, and those are the things that we have to keep as tight as we can to not only stay safe, but lift the most amount of weight. And if you can lift more weight in your training, overall you'll have more hypertrophy and build more muscle over a long period of time. A common topic of discussion in the bench press is leg drive and how your legs play a role in how much you can bench press and how to set up. Now, I think some of this is a little overrated. What we want to do with our legs is, as we already built that foundation to press off of with our tight upper back, now we want to push our body onto our upper back and keep that back tight. Our legs are going to allow us to stay stable without wiggling around, and again, push us back onto our traps. Some of the keys there are to keep our knees a little bit lower than our hips. That may mean for some of you that your feet may have to be out in more of a Y position. You may have to tuck them in a little bit. For some, depending on if you're competing or not, even going onto your toes and tucking them back underneath you. The main goal is to keep that knee below your hip in an angle down and then flex your quad into the ground.
A common mistake when using leg drive is to drive your feet directly into the ground. For some, this may cause your butt to rise up off the bench. This is incorrect, this is inefficient, and if you're a powerlifter, it's a red light. So rather than driving your feet into the ground and keeping your butt up, you want to drive your feet into the front of your shoe, drive your toes to the ground as if you were doing a leg extension out in front of you.
Talking to one of the greatest bench pressers of all time, Eric Spoto, who successfully raw bench pressed 722 pounds, he recommends something that I've kind of naturally acquired into my bench press and has worked for many, is once you unrack the weight, you want to flex your legs about 80%. You're forcing, like we said, toes through the front of your shoe, knees out, flexing those quads. Once you're on your way up, the concentric part leaving your chest, then you want to flex that extra 20% and drive your legs 100% as hard as you can to keep that stability and keep yourself driving back onto your traps. Both those tips, if done successfully, will lead us into tip number 3, which is bar path. Bar path in the bench press is a way to optimize how much weight you can use. We want to be most efficient in our lifting so that we lift the most weight. Over time, again, we'll build the most muscle. More sets, more reps, more weight, more volume in our training over a long period of time not only builds strength, but also muscle size. What may be commonly done or seen is pressing in a straight line. Now, when we're squatting or deadlifting, a straight bar path, everyone talks about line A to B being the most efficient, is true. But with the bench press, what we're doing is touching away from our main movers. We're almost pulling the weight out away from our shoulders, touching a little bit lower. Now when we press, we want to press back up to our main movers, which is our connective tissue up here, obviously our shoulders, and our tight back. So we're going to press in a slight arch back towards the rack or back over eye line. As I mentioned before, when we're bench pressing, we want the elbow to remain just under or in front of the barbell. So with the arch of the barbell, pressing back over your face and flaring those elbows at the right timing, that'll allow you to do so while lifting the most amount of weight, rather than if your elbows flare too early, it'll end up behind the barbell. And if you don't arc the barbell, your elbows are going to remain behind the barbell because you're pressing in that straight line.
If we were to look at the starting point for a bench press with your arms reached out directly over your shoulder joint, and you were to try to lower the barbell in a complete straight and vertical bar path, That would cause excessive elbow flare. Your body or your humerus would be 90 degrees from your body. That's gonna cause shoulder impingement. So you have to naturally let your elbows in, rotate the elbows, and that's gonna lower the bar to touch your body a little bit lower than if you were to lower it in a straight line down to your collarbone.
As he said, the bar path does matter, so we wanna touch, it'll depend on your arm length, how thick you are and how you're built, but you wanna touch near the nipple line and drive back up almost towards your chin. This allows not only the most efficient way to press the most amount of weight, but also to keep your shoulders safe. Everyone talks about the bench being bad for your shoulders, and although it can be, any lifting can be dangerous, we want to make it so our technique and our form allows us to do this for a very long period of time to make the successful gains that we want. Hopefully that helped you guys out, can help you bench press more weight, increase your bench press and your chest size. If you want to check out more videos, subscribe to my channel, Silent Mike on here. You can check out Alan Thrall, Untamed Strength on YouTube as well. Be sure to subscribe to Bodybuilding.com. Check out their store for supplements and more. Check out these videos, and we're out of here.